Got your back against the wall, no, you know you never had a chance. Should've known better, now you better make other plans. There's no going back, gotta let you know in advance. This is Game Squad.
Come on down to Truly Urban Hobby Shop, located at 2391 Grand Concourse in the Bronx, New York, for all your Yu-Gi-Oh needs. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? This is Joe Grizz from the TeamAPS Worldwide Yu-Gi-Oh Super Channel, and today I'm here to give you a profile on my Teller deck that I ran at the regionals this weekend. People wanted to know what I played, and they asked me about the list, and I said Tellers, and they were like, "Tellers, why are you playing Tellers?" And I was like, "I think it's a good deck. I think it's still a great deck for the game, you know." And I thought I'd just have fun for this tournament. But yeah, I'll get into it really quick for all those that asked for it. Monsters, 3 Deneb, Searcher, 3 Altier, Recycle Outlet. You know, get Deneb in the grave or get Vega in the grave, create the combos. This is the card. 3 Unicow High. Since Rhoda's at 1, you need to be able to put cards in the grave faster, and it's a pretty beater. Vega, to rip cards out the hand. The only thing is you don't want these to be cloggy at 2. The only reason that I would always think on not playing 2 is because you can draw them together and it'd be cloggy. But other than that, it's still pretty good, you know, because having multiples is good because if they banish 1, you're not kind of out of the loop of making Chevere or Deltoros or anything like that. Or number 86. And 3 Maxis, just to help speed up the deck and also stop your opponent from going off. That's pretty much what all it is. That's what Maxi does. Spells, 3 Upstart, consistency, draw power, 37 cards is better than 40. In Rhoda, search your deck, you only have 1 sadly. Also, just to tell everybody, the best way to use Rhoda, to use Upstart is not to thin your deck out and then draw. A lot of people do. A lot of people like to. Let's give you an example. Quick example of what I'm talking about. So the Neb. Let's say I have the Neb or Altier or any other them. You know, any of them. Let's just give me an example of search cards in the deck, right? So more than likely, people like when you draw your hand. If you had something like this, you'll probably be like, well, or you know, just these 3 cards in general. Anything of the sort. People will be like, oh, well, I want to Rhoda into a card and thin the deck out, and then Upstart to see what I draw. Hopefully I draw a trap. Hopefully I draw this. Hopefully I draw that. Or maybe I'll draw into what I need, you know, to a combo or the Nebin or something. When you shouldn't do that. It should be more like Upstart first before searching, because you're not that you're trying to get a thin card. You Upstart into a card that might help you further your combo. Like if you had, let's say the Neb's in the grave, let's give an example, and you had Upstart and a Rhoda. Then don't use Rhoda first to search the Altier and just go for the obvious play. You can Upstart, potentially drawing the Vega, or either one. You could draw the Altier or the Vega because there's 5 cards in the deck you can draw. So Upstart to draw one of these 2 cards, and then once you have it, you can Rhoda into the missing piece of the combo. So instead of just going balls out, turn 1, oh yeah, I'm gonna go Rhoda into Altier and Altier into this, making the obvious play. Take your chances to possibly draw into a card that you wouldn't have had in your hand, and that's what this card does. So yeah, just get the monsters off the field. And yeah, so that's Upstarts and the Rhoda. Twin Twisters, self-explanatory. Destroys back row. 2 in the deck is fine. They take up the place of they do more than 3 MSTs do. They take up the place of 3 MSTs because you can destroy multiple cards in succession. I don't side a 3rd. I don't feel like it's necessary to side a 3rd because, like I said, this is 4 is enough. You know, it gets cloggy because you have to get rid of cards in your hand, and that's not always a good thing, but it's good when you want to put a Satellarknight in the grave, Call of the Haunted, or for the Altier play or something like that, or instant fusion play, however you want to say it. So 2 is fine. 1 instant fusion, just you know, special summon cards, get your combo plays off. More people will say, oh no, play the Oasis with the Skybridge. I don't play those cards. I don't think those cards are great. I think it's fine just to play that to get the 1 Norden. 1 Regeki and 1 Darkhold just to clear boards. Cosmos, Monarchs, establish Draco and Palace fields with Refleecy and stuff like that. Just get over them and punch them. Water fields if they have a big field. And that spells. Traps, 3 Alpha Nova. Oh shit. 3 Alpha Nova. Rushing into it. negation, grave utility, drawing a card, all them good stuff. 3 Solemn Strike, negates anything. This card has drastically changed what the meta is formed into, especially in a deck like this where you have control. This card stops everything from cards banished to cards in the grave to cards in the hand to hand anything. Like, it stops everything. If someone max sees you when you're trying to go off, Solemn Strike, get rid of that. Stop that max C. Stop the Veiler. Stop everything. Because I want to continue my play or I lose. You know, it's drastic. So it stops everything. And the warning to go with it, because warning is great. You want to stop the Phone Girl, stop the Tin Can, stop anything. Stuff like that. 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance. In theory, this card's amazing. I think it's still amazing no matter what. Sadly, at the tournament, I didn't really play a lot of Pepe or Pendulum-based decks. I didn't play none at all, actually. Zero. Okay. But in testing before the regional, I played against a lot of Pepe or Draco Power type decks, whatever, and it worked perfectly, and they're hindering them from playing the game. But again, that tournament, I really didn't play in there. I played a Monarch, and it helped me win a game. But other than that, it wasn't the greatest card to have in the main in any scenario of the tournament for those matchups, because there was a lot of rogue matchups, and I didn't really see what I wanted to see. 3 Call to the Haunted, consistency, manipulation, Storm Mirror Force, bouncing the Monarchs back to hand when they swing, bouncing the Kozmo big ships back to hand so they can't do anything. All they can do is Kozmo town it back into the deck to draw cards, which even further eliminates the problem. And 1 Bottomless and 1 Time Space Trap Hole for the Rafflesia. That's it. Just being able to get the missing piece you want when you want it. Side deck, double Veiler, mostly for Monarchs and Pepe. I would say there's one thing really it does anything against. 3 System of the Downs and 2 Imperial Iron Wall. Excuse me. This is for Cosmos. It's great because you may play the Imperial and the System Downs, because the Imperial, it can get Twin Twistered, System Down can't. So you can activate this to slow them down in their plays, the Floodgate. But if Twin Twister it, then you have this Dark Hole macro in a spell form, whatever you want to call it. Pay 1,000 and remove all of them. So yeah, they can slowly add them back to Cosmo Town, but if you've eliminated the problem, we're to the point where you can win easy. Or Cyber Infinity. I have Cyber Infinity this thing too. After activating the effect, there's Cyber Infinity this thing. You know, had to negate something and then bye. And then 3 Masker Restricts, Monarchs. I decided against Infernoids as well. I didn't read the card text on Infernoids. I don't know if they send cards to the graveyard or tribute, but I think it's tribute. I didn't read it when playing the deck, but I didn't draw it anyway. I didn't draw it, so it doesn't matter. But if I would have had it and they would have tributed, then they can't tribute to get banish my cards and hinder my play. So that's why I figured out of it, whatever. But it's mostly for Monarchs. I don't know. I gotta read into Infernoids more, but I believe that's what they tribute. So 2 Shadow Mirrors for BA and Phantom Knights. It's great to have out to them, along with the debunks. Debunks is mostly for water, but they're also there for the Phantom Knights and BA. You know, I usually side Imperials against the Phantom Knight, so they can't banish. But I side these in as well. I know it's, you know, proactive the same way the Imperials and the systems are. You know, whatever. It's kind of controversial. You would say not proactive. You know what I mean? But still, where you don't have one, you have the other. So. And 1 Vanity, which I never wanted to play in the deck. I kind of just threw it on last minute. I played it 1 match and it won me a game. But other than that, the whole tournament, I literally, when I played against a deck that I knew would side it or have vanities, I literally just put it into my deck and said, side out vanities. And they said, sure. And we both agreed to side it out. So I put it right back into the side where it started. And that was it. So getting them to take it out is great. And then next deck, pretty fast. Double Trevere, Del Toros, Diamond, Satellarknight, you know. Double Dweller for the Mermail matchups, which it helped me beat a lot. And against Monarchs, so you can stop them from using their grave effects for 2 turns at least. So that's good. 1 Rafflesia for the trap holes. I made this a lot. Turn 1 Tsukiyumi to draw it. I draw 4 cards out of it, and drawing into your deck is always great. So this card is definitely a go-to in the deck. Then Emerald, 101, Cowboy, Castell. 80s, number 86. I made him with 4 materials before, and they couldn't do anything. The card just ended the game completely. That was against the Phantom Knight Burning Abyss thing. You can't play the game. You can't affect anything else that affected him. You just can't do anything. Stops the game from being played, and I win. Karagorgon, I didn't make this the whole day. It was there in theory to punch over stuff that I need to punch over, like maybe a Majesty Fiend or something. If I would have able to call to the Haunted last minute and keep multiple monsters on board, then I would just do it. And then that's it. I'd make him with the remaining monsters or normal summon with 1 monster left and punch over. But he was just there in theory. I never made that card. And 1 order for an instant fusion. And that's it. So, there you have it. Excuse me. Sick over here. That's the deck. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys thought about it. And as always, you guys have the rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Later, guys. Please stay connected with me by adding me on all my social networks on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just copy the link into your search bar and add. Thank you.